This is part 2 on the Juki machine. So this is your tension. So you want to make sure that you have it going in, your thread going in through the little lever here, and then it goes in between these two discs. So you'll see two discs here, and you want to make sure that the lever is in between those two discs, and it goes down and around, and then it comes to this little spring here, and then it goes down underneath this, underneath there, and then straight up. So you want to make sure the most important thing is that it goes in between those two largest discs, and the thread does, and then it goes down here, you know, around this spring, and then it goes underneath and then straight up. So you would loosen this if your thread was tight on the bottom. So if it is, you know, when you sew on your scrap fabric and the thread shows that it's tight on the underneath side, then you would loosen your, you know, your thread here for the tension, okay? And then if it were tight on the bottom, you'd loosen it. If it were too loose on the bottom, then you would tighten it towards the right? So clockwise. And then let's see what else. So your guide here on your throat plate. So you can see your guide. Here's your guide. So you have 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch, 1 inch. So these are your guides. These are your measurements for your seam allowance. Okay, so I hope you can see that pretty good. And then from time to time, you'll have to take these screws out and, you know, lift up your foot, of course, and take these screws out, and then you just get a little brush and you brush it or blow it out if you have a little, you know, a little can of air or whatever, that you can blow it out and, you know, keep that clean in there, because it'll get clogged with different, you know, fragments or whatever from the fabric, you know. So you want to keep that clean. And then your pressure gauge. So this here is your pressure gauge right here at the top of the machine. And that controls the pressure of your foot, this foot. So when you're sewing, if you feel like your foot is sliding around on your fabric and it's not staying put in a straight line, then you would tighten this lever here at the top. But if it's, you know, sometimes you may have a thicker fabric that you're sewing and it seems like it's too tight down, right? So then you would go ahead and loosen it up a little bit, and so it can move freely on your fabric. So that's what you would do there. So I'm going to turn the camera back around now, and we're just going to go ahead and, I don't know if I can, I tried that before, it wouldn't do it. I'm just going to go ahead, I'm not sure what the camera is looking at right now, but hopefully it is looking at the machine. And we're going to go ahead and just run this machine. So you turn it on here on the left, on the right, and you just want to run some scrap fabric through it. So if you're just getting started, we have our lengthened stitches. We have it the longest it'll go. So this way it will you know, slow down a little bit for you, but it's still very fast. And so you can take your time with just running and learning the machine. You'll get the feel for it if you do this, you know, each day, and do it for, you know, an hour or something for each day. Just practice on it and play around with it. You will get more used to it. And it takes time. I can remember when I first started hiring my employees, and they were very afraid of it. So, you want to check on the opposite side of your stitching, on the back side, and you want to make sure that the stitches look good, that they look fine, right? This is a little bit of a thin fabric, and it still looks good, but if I were sewing it professionally, I would probably, of course, have smaller stitches, but I would tighten it a little bit because it's a little bit on the loose side, but this isn't the type of normal fabric that I usually use. It's not quite that thin, so I'm just going to leave it. And then just, you know, just keep practicing, and it takes time. It takes time to, you know, get on it for a little while, you know, and even if you get on it for 15 minutes and then, you know, and then ongoing though, 15 minutes a day, and just keep practicing with it and get to know the machine, and then you can do a much better job in running it, because it takes a little bit of practice. It takes a little getting used to, and it can be intimidating at first, but once you really start getting your sewing down pat and you start wanting to do things at a faster pace, having this type of a machine is really crucial to your business, right? So you want to make sure that you are able to, run it, a little bit faster. And I have a bunch of different colors already threaded, bobbins of different colors, so excuse me, I can just hop on them, put them in for the colors that I need, right? So I don't have to sit around and wait for a bobbin to be wound, because I wind the bobbins while I go. And so I always have one ahead of time. So that's really all that I have for this video. I hope the film turned out okay. Sorry about having part 2. The camera just shut off on me. I must have bumped it or something. Excuse me. So hopefully you like this video. Give me the thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Excuse me. I would love to have you here, love to hear from you. If there's anything that I can help you with sewing wise, just reach out to me, let me know. You can also, if you're looking to improve your business, your tailoring business, excuse me, you can reach out to me and I can help you along with that as well. So thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to talking to you all real soon. Bye-bye.